All right, guys. So welcome back to InvestQ. And this evening, what I got for you is today we're going to be discussing two quantum stocks that are heavily talked about and hyped up in mainstream media. And we've covered these stocks on this channel numerous times. And the stocks we're going to be covering is none other than what you see on your screen, which is Inflection Incorporated, ticker symbol INFQ. And don't forget about the fact that we're also going to be covering D-Wave, ticker symbol QBTS. And you have to remember that both companies have announced meaningful developments involving US government support, quantum technology, and don't forget about the fact that they've also been recent announcements regarding long-term commercialization. And what I want to do in today's video is break down what investors should know and just do a quick analysis with both of these stocks today. So let's go over that in the video right now. So first off, let's talk about what you see on your screen right now, which be none other than Inflection Incorporated, ticker symbol INFQ. And what you have to realize is that one of the biggest reasons that investors began paying attention recently was the fact that the White House increased focus on quantum technology. And around the same time, Inflection announced a letter of intent with the US Department of Commerce for up to $100 million in potential CHIP Act funding. And specifically, when I'm talking about the White House attention, I'm mainly referencing what happened on June 22nd, where Trump had a press release where he signed two executive orders focused on and as it shows in the headline here, it's focused on advancing quantum technology and protecting the United States against quantum-driven cyber attacks. Now, it's important to remember that specifically talking about the letter of intent for the $100 million, you have to realize that it's not necessarily guaranteed funding yet. What it is a letter of intent that represents significant government interest in the company's technology. And the company has also launched its quantum space initiative, expanding into space-based quantum sensing and communications. And another thing worth mentioning is Wall Street sentiment. Several analysts continue to rate the company positively, with price targets reportedly reaching into the low $20 range. And management, what they've also done is they have projected roughly $40 million in 2026 revenue, which gives investors something measurable to watch over the coming year. And overall, INFQ remains an early stage company, but it's one that's becoming increasingly tied to government programs and national security initiatives. Quick reminder before we continue, if you're enjoying the content and want to connect with the community, check out the first link below for the free InvestQ community. And if you want access to advanced stock research and tools, the second link is a Prophecy 7-day trial for just $7. And last, if you want daily market updates and behind the scenes content, follow me on Instagram using the third link in the description. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, quick run through, let's switch over to QBTS. And D-Wave, ticker symbol QBTS, is a little bit different compared to other quantum companies because unlike the other ones, one thing immediately stands out. And I'm talking about their balance sheet. As you can see right here, shout out to Prophecy and Claude giving the breakdown for the one-year projection, price target at $25.66. But check out this balance sheet, guys, from a quarter-to-quarter basis. Because according to recent financial results, D-Wave reported approximately, and I'm not exaggerating these numbers, these are the exact numbers, $588 million in cash and marketable securities. That's an enormous cash position relative to much of the industry, and it gives the company considerable runway to continue investing in commercialization. And the company, it did spend a large amount acquiring quantum circuits, which reduced cash from prior levels, but management believes the acquisition strengthens its long-term technology roadmap. And financially, there were some encouraging trends. Revenue, it came in around $2.9 million, and although that did decline year over year because last year's quarter included a very large one-time system scale. As you do know, last year it made the stock go parabolic. I'll show it to you real quick on the chart. So if you do recall, last May, hold on one second, guys. Last May, that's what caused the stock to go from like the $5 to $7 range. And in just a 1 week period, it changed it to having it be within the oh, let me see right here. So yeah, no, not this. I need to go a little bit further back, just a tad bit back. At time frame five. So let's do 5 year, 1 day. Doesn't really matter. Let's apply that. And then I'll move this over for you right here. So if we scroll back just a tad bit, you'll see here that previously when I first started investing in QBTS, the stock was stuck within a $5 to $7 range, sometime going all the way up to roughly $10 to $11. And then in May, we'll go right here. So in May, I believe this was the day right here when it happened, because it went parabolic here. Within a few trading days, we see that it went all the way up to what is that, $19.77, and in the pre-market session it went in the $20 to $21 range. So just giving context, that's why there was a decline, because that one big sale that they had, which gave them about $14 million in their quarterly revenue from the big sale. So just for context, even though it was a decline year over year and it looks kind of significant, just keep that context in mind. Now, quarterly bookings, you have to remember, if you did see the news, quarterly bookings surged nearly 2,000% year over year to $33 million, suggesting that customer demand remains very strong. Now, gross margins also improved significantly, especially in a non-GAAP basis, because remaining performance obligations climbed above $42 million, providing better visibility into future revenue. And one notable contract includes approximately $20 million related to Florida Atlantic University, which management expects to recognize over future periods. And on top of that, D-Wave has also announced a few other things. Those things include a Natural Science Foundation grant, potential CHIPS Act funding, a higher analyst price target from Mizuho, and continued progress on both annealing and gate model quantum computing. So that's my quick rundown regarding that. And before we do go, I want to cover something that we always talk about on this channel. What's the phrase I say time and time again each video? We never marry a stock on this channel. There's still risks, and the risk associated with these stocks is quantum computing remains an emerging industry and is highly speculative still. And many companies are not consistently profitable yet. And government funding, while is a good thing and it gives validity to quantum computing, the funding from the government can take time, and revenue can fluctuate significantly from quarter to quarter and year over year. And don't forget the fact that expectations throughout the sector remain extremely high. So even when any quantum computing company does well, it might not be good enough to the standards, that extremely high standards that shareholders and investors have alike. But overall, I think INFQ and QBTS remain two of the more interesting names to watch as governments and private industry continue investing billions into quantum technologies. So I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think about INFQ, QBTS, and the whole quantum sector in the comment section below. And let me know what it is you want to see in future upcoming videos. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you do enjoy the content. So with that being said, guys, stay safe. Keep making good decisions with your long-term portfolios, and I'll see you on the next video.